Good afternoon, everyone. What's that? Unique New York. There. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully the audio is going to sound okay here. I don't have the cord that connects my microphone to my recorder. So because of that, I can't connect my microphone to my recorder, which makes sense since I don't have the... Anyway, moving on. It's been a bit, and normally I would have a couple State of the Garden videos out by now, but the State of the Garden is chaos and disarray. I got very sick in the beginning of January, and it just lasted through all of January, and I have not completely recovered yet. It was viral pneumonia, so I haven't been as active as I normally would have been. Anyway, there is going to be a State of the Garden coming up here, and we're going to cover a little bit of that, but this isn't the full-blown State of the Garden. This is more of a, what have I let the garden get to in my, not absence, but in my inability to consistently take care of it. A couple of bad things have happened recently, too. When it comes to that, we had some drama with the city. More really the neighborhood had drama with the city. We personally didn't have much drama, although my wife did get a little involved with the neighbors' drama with the city. So we'll talk about that too. But no, the thing that happened was the lawnmower broke, actually. Two different parts of it need replaced. So there's like a protective skirt that the lawnmower has that drags behind it, keeping it from kicking back things like mulch, small rocks, sticks, any kind of shrapnel that, you know, could hurt you. And that snapped off, so it's only really safe to lawn mow when you're wearing like thick pants and steel-toe shoes and that sort of thing. So it's only been me that's been able to do it because I use steel toes for work anyway. And then on top of that, the blade has not ever been sharpened, and that is a failing on my part. But I'll have to say, even with the blade being literally as dull as like the side of a number 2 pencil or something, it's just very, very rounded, dull, messed up blade. This mower has worked reasonably well and has been extremely reliable, and we've had it for like 5 years with absolutely zero maintenance. So it is a Ryobi 20-inch brushless. It uses their 40-volt battery system, and we have a 4-amp battery and a 5-amp battery, and the only real drawback is that because it's an electric mower, it doesn't go through thick grass very well, which is a problem when you can't get out here often enough to do it consistently, and then it rains for 2 weeks, and then when the rain clears, the grass grows a foot in like 4 days. It was not great. So I've got all sorts of, I'm just looking at all the really tall grass here. Well, I'll let you look at it here. We're standing in front of the Bramble patch, and behold my shame. Yep. The weeds have gotten a little crazy. The grass has gotten, you can just see, that's a pallet I'm going to break down and get rid of here, but you can see there's big patches of tall grass all over the place. And that is because I've mowed what I could, but the batteries run out so fast because the grass is so tall, and a lot of that could be due to the fact that the blade is just absolutely the opposite of sharp. So, I have a couple goals today. My goals today are to get the grass under control. And I did buy some plants from the nursery to make up for the stuff that I seed started in the basement that I used the wrong mix. Don't use the wrong mix. My plants grew far too fast for me to manage, and yeah, that was a problem because they were easily 3 times the height they needed to be, and that wasn't because they were lanky, and then they got lanky because at that point they still had another month to wait to go outside. So I gave up on them, and yeah. The single seed challenge plants are in a little bit of a different boat. I need to do a whole video about that because we're going to have to restart one of the 2 plants. So, okay. Anyway, So I will, you'll see here through the magic of editing in just a moment, some progress. The first thing I'm going to do, I think, is address the long grass in the bramble patch. And to do that, I'm going to use this nifty little guy. This is a Ryobi 18-volt system battery-powered thing. This is made to cut grass. And I want to use this here because it will allow me to cut around the new raspberry canes. See, I don't want to cut this plant, but I want to cut the grass around it. And this plant now would be fine with just scissors, but looking into the other plants and whatnot, there's just a lot. Just a lot. So I got to go through here and just get rid of all this and leave just the plants behind that I want. So that's what I'm going to do. I've been out here for a little bit now, and behold, progress. Ta-da! It's not done, obviously, especially over there. I got a bunch to do there, and I have a bunch to do right here still, and a little bit kind of like back in there. But for the most part, this is done. So the tool works kind of better than anticipated and worse than anticipated at the same time. It is much faster at cutting the grass than I thought it would be. It is making it a little too easy still to cut the small little raspberry canes, though, especially because the grass is so thick it kind of hides the little baby canes, and then they get cut. So I've lost a few, but most of the ones I've lost were in areas where I don't really mind losing them, which would be like right along this edge here. Like these should be here, right? But right along the edge, I don't want raspberry canes growing. I'm going to trellis these. There's a T-post there. It's not going to be used for the trellis. I got to take that out and replace it with a U-post, and we'll cover that in a later video. Anyway, that's one of the many projects I have to deal with. So, back to it. Behold. More progress. Now, it's not perfect. I definitely could do a bit more, but daylight is waning at this point because I've been out here for hours working on this, among other things. And yeah, this is where I'm going to stop on this part of the project for now. I'm just going to leave the grass there as mulch, which should work fine. Cool. On to the next thing, which is to install a new hose. Hey folks. All right, so it's the next day, and I need to get some planting done. It's overcast, it should be a little better. I just finished doing a little bit of lawn mowing after I repaired our lawnmower, so that wasn't too bad. Anyway, first thing I'm going to be planting is zinnias, which are over here, and some geraniums in the color that my grandmother used to use. So anyway, that's going to be the first thing. I'll also probably plant a mum that I got for free on Mother's Day at the nursery. And, well, I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Wouldn't you know it, folks? Anytime I get into the groove of things, something happens. So in this case, it started raining, which I knew it was going to rain, but it wasn't supposed to rain till 8 p.m. It is not 8 p.m. It's not even that close to 8 p.m., so the rain came a little bit early. That said, my heel was also acting up, and I was trying to do some flame weeding over there to get some beds ready to put those flowers in the back, because I put half over at the blueberry bush, not the blueberry bush, but the area where you just saw in the video, and then back there also. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to even finish that due to the rain. So I'm going to end the video here, and this is just something that, you know, this kind of thing happens. You get going, and things will either come up, or you come to the conclusion that you've broken off more than you can chew. In this case, I think the amount I can chew just decreased over the last year, which I'm not a fan of that. But, I mean, again, things are what they are, right? So anyway, if you have questions or comments, please let me know. And thanks for watching. Until we talk again. Blah, blah, blah. This is a test. Hello. This is a test. I don't have my microphone. So I have to use what's built into my, this is a test because I don't have my external microphone. I mean, I have it, but I don't have the cord to connect it to my recorder here, so yeah, we're gonna try it like this. Old school. Cool. Ow. Good afternoon, folks. I don't know what it is, but the intros are always the hardest to do when, at least for me, because it's not scripted, right? So I have to sit here and come up with this as I'm saying it, and it turns out that doesn't work out so well once, I haven't actually started talking. So anyway, let me try that again. Good afternoon, everybody. John with Harvestheim here. The first tool that I'm going to use to help take care of that long grass, specifically in the raspberry patch and bramble patch, blah, 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 blah,